Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Your Mark on the World show. I'm your host, Devin Thorpe, and our guest today is Dr. Bill Dorfman, who is a dentist who is unusually philanthropically minded. Bill, thank you very much for joining us. We're glad to have you.
Thanks for having me.
Tell me a little bit about your program that you run at UCLA, the LEAP program, the LEAP Foundation.
So LEAP is a motivational leadership program for high school and college students aged 15 to 24. We run it every summer. This summer it will be July 12th to the July 18th. And we usually get about 500 students. Now the thing that's really cool about LEAP is 60% of these students come in on scholarship. So we're out busy raising money all year to give an opportunity to students who are great students, or usually A and B students that could probably not afford to come to the program, but they apply for a scholarship, we give them scholarships, and then they come and participate. The program is 1 week long. The students live in the dorms at UCLA, and basically what we do is we try and give them the skills that they need to be successful in life. Time management, money management, public speaking, how to interview, how to apply for a job, how to write a job resume. And on and on and on. In fact, we even cover things like etiquette, social etiquette, eating etiquette, job etiquette. I do a special program on lifestyles called the 100-Year Lifestyle that teaches you how to be healthy, what to eat, how to exercise, and things like that. It's an amazing program. I've been involved in this for about 20 years now and have had thousands of kids go through the program. The original founder of the program passed away about 9 years ago. And then what I did is I revamped the program, turned it into LEAP. We made it a nonprofit, so it is a 501c3 registered legal nonprofit, and it's been amazing. I mean, you know, kids that go through this program will tell me over and over and over again how it changed their life. In fact, ironically, I want to read something to you. Just as I was driving over here, one of my star students who was a UCLA graduate and is applying for his MBA program just sent me this, and it just put the biggest smile on my face. It said, "Dear Dr. Bill, I can't thank you more for your letter of recommendation. I got my first acceptance today to UCI along with a merit scholarship for $30,000. It's one of the top healthcare entrepreneurship programs in the world. Thank you so much." And one of the key factors for the scholarship was my involvement with LEAP. It has changed my life. You have no idea. I mean, and I get these things all the time from our students. You know what it is? It's kind of like, do you give them the fish or do you give them the fishing pole? And the thing I love about LEAP is we're giving them fishing poles. We're taking bright, ambitious students, we're giving them a fishing pole and say, go out into life and fish.
It's a great model, great model. How did you decide to do this? What was it in your life as a dentist that brought you to LEAP?
Well, the original founder of the program was actually working with a team of dentists, and they were building dental practices, and they did this thing they called boot camp to teach dental practices how to be efficient. And a lot of the dentists and their spouses and their teams would go to this and say, man, I wish there was something like this for my kids. So they started a program like this that was really geared to high school and college kids. And every year they would ask me to come in as an entrepreneur, not as a dentist, and talk about my business and kind of like the secrets to my success. And I just became enamored with the program. And I really look forward to it. You know, I've helped raise a lot of money for charities. We do something called Smiles for Life with Garth Brooks and the Crown Council, and we've raised over $35 million for children's charities, which I'm very proud of. But I don't meet those kids. I don't work with those kids. I don't know what's going on in those kids' lives. With LEAP, it's such a tangible, hands-on experience for me because I meet these kids, I meet their parents, I meet their families, I watch them grow, I watch them succeed, and it's just amazing. And when Walter passed away, the original founder, you know, I just felt like there was such a void, like that void needed to be filled. And so I contacted Steve Anderson, who was Walter's business partner, and I said, let's bring this thing back. Let's revamp it. Let's really bring in the best of the best. And the cool thing about this, Devin, is I get the greatest support from my patients. I've had, Anthony Hopkins help, Eva Longoria, Mary Murphy, our governor, Eric Garcetti has been involved. We had Seth Green, Usher, Kelly Osbourne. I mean, and these celebrities come and they talk about their stories and the secrets of their success, and we get the best speakers from all over the world come. And in fact, I have become a very, very close friend with Lisa Scafidi, who's the Lord Mayor of Perth, Australia. And she sends us almost 50 kids from West Australia every year through her networking. We get kids coming from Arab countries. Last year, Magen David Adom, the blood bank for Israel, the chairman of the board, Paul Guerin, sent 10 kids from Israel to us. I mean, one of the most beautiful segments of the program, I'll never forget it, is I had my Israeli students and the Arab students standing on stage just hugging each other, saying, why can't our countries do this? You just have to experience it. You have to be there and just experience it.
It sounds like a wonderful, wonderful program. I wonder if you would just take a minute and, our audience wants to experience this a little bit. Everyone wants to do more good in the world. Certainly, you teach these kids how to have impact. What would you say is the #1 tip from your experience on how to have more impact, do more good in the world?
One of the parts of the program is appreciation. We actually teach them that. I tell parents all the time, what you tell your kids doesn't make an impact. What you do with your kids does make an impact. I take my kids on humanitarian trips all over the world. Every year we go somewhere. We go to Mexico. I actually built a dental clinic in the Dominican Republic where we treat kids that are orphans and come from low-income families. And my children are right there, Devin. They're sitting there handing me instruments, interacting with the kids. Because, you can say, oh, it's great to be philanthropic. But what an impact it makes when I actually bring them and they're sitting there with me doing that. So if you want to make an impact on the world, I would tell parents that are watching this, take your kids and participate in programs with them and let them see you doing that too. Because talk is cheap, but what you do really makes an impact.
That's great. A great lesson. I wonder, before we go, Bill, if you would share with us someone that you admire and why you admire that person.
Oh, I'm gonna take it back in to my parents. I mean, I was a really, really fortunate young man. I have the greatest parents in the world. They've always been loving. They've always been supportive. They've always been there. There wasn't a baseball game, a swim meet, a football game that I participated in that they weren't there. There wasn't a single important event in my life that they weren't there. And, they were always loving. They were always supportive. And I just feel really fortunate. I was able to grow up with all that around me. And I admire them for that. Right now we're going through a little bit of a crisis in my family. My brother is sick, and that's why I'm late this morning. We're dealing with hospitals and all, but my parents, they're right there with him. They're amazing people, and they're a great example. And one of the things I love about LEAP is we teach kids how to be involved in such a positive way. And by the way, if anybody watching wants more information about LEAP, they can go to our website. It's www.leapfoundation.com. There's a beautiful new website. It was completely redesigned by Mark Lack, who's one of our speakers and has been amazing in helping us. And any questions you can get, you can go right to that website, contact us, and hopefully we can help you make a big change in a young student's life.
Fantastic. Well, Bill, we sure appreciate you taking the time to be with us today. Your story is remarkable, your work is incredible, and we congratulate you on your success. We certainly want to see you be successful in the future.
Well, thank you.
All righty, let's do some good.